Shalom everybody. In today's video, I wanted to discuss the secrets of the story of Avram. So to begin, here is the tikkun in order for us to grasp the entirety of this story. Now it needs to be known that there is a circular and linear aspect to the Sefirot as demonstrated here. We see 9 concentric circles representing the 9 Sefirot from Chokmah to Malchus, and we see here a linear aspect or representation of the Sefirot. Our story begins in the aspect of the circular, being the reason why he is called Avram. Avram has a numerical value of 243. Aleph is 1, Bet is 2, Resh is 200, and Mem is 40. This is the numerical value of 27 times 9. These are the 22 letters and the 5 Sophite letters. It is for this precise reason that Avram goes to war with exactly 9 kings. These 27 letters are the rectification of these 9 kings, these 9 kings being synonymous with the concept of restriction or Tzimtzum. They also are alluded to by the 9 letters of the 52-letter name, Yud Vav Dalet, Hey Hey, Vav Vav, Hey, and Hey. Now to understand this at a higher level, each of the worlds have each of the processes of creation that includes the kings, restriction, etc. Thus we find that the first of the rectified Sefirot is the sphere of Chesed, and therefore Avram is associated with Chesed. Thus it is written, Chesed LaAvram, or loving kindness to Abraham. This is also why he travels to a place called the Negev, or the south. For Chesed is the direction of the south. This is also the reason as to why he left at 75 years of age. 75 hints to the letters Ayin and Hey. Ayin has a value of 70 and Hey has a value of 5, this being the front and back of the Sefirah of Chesed respectively. Now, when these 27 letters become connected with these aspects of Malchus, an example the kings, he obtains the letter Hey and becomes Avraham, which has a numerical value of 248. It is also known there are 248 positive mitzvot, which are the secret of the 248 spiritual bones, linking to the right side. Now, Avraham personifies the Sefirah of Chokmah within inside of Chesed because he is called Father Avraham, or Avraham Avenu. The Partsufim of Chokmah is called Abba, or Father. The remaining sockets of his aspects are Bina, Da'as, Chesed, Gevurah, Tifres, Netzach, Hod, and Yisod. Thus, Avraham is a numerical value of El times 8, or 31 times 8, which is a numerical value of 248. The name El is the name of the Sefirah of Chokmah, and this is because it is written Chesed El, or loving God. Thus, all the Sefirot inside of the Partsuf of Chesed contain the root of the name El. This is why his servant, an example, the aspect of Zerayin Pin in his aspect, is called Eleazar, because Eleazar can be rearranged seruf to say Zer El, an example, the Zerayin Pin, Chesed, Gevurah, Tifres, Netzach, Hod, Yisod, called Zerayin Pin, made out of El. This is the sod of Eleazar. This is also hinted at in Leave the land of your fathers, because Abraham personifies Chesed, and it means that Chesed is emerging from the aspect of Chokmah. This is also alluded to by the name of that city, which was Or. Or, meaning light, has a numerical value of 207, and this is the same as Ein Sof. Now his wife is called Sarah. Sarah personifies the aspect of Bina within inside of Chesed. It is known that Bina is called by the name of Hashem Elohim. Thus the letter Shin of Sarah hints to the name of Elohim when it is expanded with the Yud, collectively having a value of 300, the value of the letter Shin. Resh is when the squaring of Elokim is at hand, and when written out in such a manner of its squaring has a value of 200, or example the letter Resh, which has a value of 200. The final letter of Sarah's name is the letter Hey, which is the value of 5, hinting to the 5 letters of the name Elokim. From this we derive that Avram personifies the Chokmah of Chesed, and Sarah personifies the Bina of Chesed. Now when he emerges with Lot. Lot has a numerical value of 45. Lamed is 30, Vav is 6, and Tet is 9. 45 hints to the 45 name of Hashem. This name personifies with the aspects of Zerainpin, and because the entirety of this story is in the corrections of the upper root of Chesed, it is in the secret of the aspect of the 45 name. Thus, Avram represents the front of these aspects in Chesed, and Lot represents the back of these aspects in Chesed. Now, he emerges from a place called Haran. Haran is a numerical value of Elokim times 3. This is because during the stages of creation, Zerainpin begins at the state called Ibur. This is Elokim times 3. An example, Netzach, Hod, and Yesod at the level called Ibur. This is the numerical value of the word Haran, or 86 times 3. Chet is 8, Resh is 200, and Nun is 50. The value is 258. After the state of Ibur, it enters into a state called Yanuk. This state of Yanuk is the level in which Avram and his story is taking place. Now, Sarah also personifies the aspect of Leah, or the Partsufim called Leah. For this reason, the 3 visitors personifying the aforementioned Ibur meet him at the Ohel Moed, or the tent of meeting. The word Ohel is a seruf, or permutation of the word Leah, personifying the Partsufim called Leah. Now he has another woman with him, and this woman is called Hagar, which also can be read as Hager, the stranger. This woman personifies the Partsufim of Rachel. Thus, after Sarah dies, and she lives for a total of 127 years, this is the value of Adonai in its squaring, Aleph, Aleph, Dalet, Nun, Yod. This is because the Malchus of Leah is connected with the Kether of the Partsufim called Rachel. Thus, after Sarah dies, or an example, the lights of Leah descend, for death means descent, these 127 lights, personified by the squaring of Adonai, which is a name indicative of the Shekhinah and the Nukva, descend into the lower Partsuf called Hagar. Hagar then receives these lights and rises up from her aforementioned aspect connected with Yesod, which is what she was primarily associated with. The purpose of her was for procreation. And she rises up to the aspect of Tiferet, because the height of Rachel's Partsuf is from Tiferet to Yesod. Then Hagar is called Keturah, meaning perfumed or inscented, and for this reason she marries Avram after this fact. Now the Zerainpin of her aspect, and an example, the Partsufim of Rachel, is called Ishmael. Ishmael was the son birthed to him from Hagar. Similarly, and in likeness, Sarah gave birth to Yitzhak, and Yitzhak represents the Zerainpin of her respective aspects. These lights thus descend into Hagar, and Hagar is the exact numerical value of Yitzhak, as it was mentioned before. Now there's much more that can be said about this, and the matter is incredibly deep, but I figured I would share just a few sublime secrets of the inner dimensions and levels of this story. Many blessings to you all, and as David HaMelech said, open my eyes that I may behold the wonders of your Torah. Shalom, Selah.